State Athletics, B103, B103.FM, and on your smartphone or tablet. We send you to the gridiron for live play-by-play with the voice of Bobcat football, Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl as we get ready to start the Peru State-Baker game. And what a touching scene for those of you listening in today. Jimmy Krychek, who is Mr. Bobcat football, along with his wife Teresa and his youngest daughter, were out for the coin toss. Jimmy and Teresa were the grand marshals of the homecoming parade today. And anytime Jimmy Krychek can make it back, of course, people familiar with this story, he had a very debilitating stroke a couple of years ago in a wheelchair and has fought like a Bobcat the last 2 years, and he is here today for homecoming and is out for the pregame coin toss, which was really a neat moment. Well, the Bobcats win the toss and choose to kick off. They will defer their decision. Actually, they don't choose to kick off. They deferred their decision to the second half. Baker took the ball, so Greg Conry will tee it up. The wind is behind him. And, Daryl, what did you say the wind was here?
28 miles an hour at the Nebraska City Airport right now.
It is behind Conry, and that's a good thing because when you're kicking off to Cameron Tornadon, who is standing back at the goal line, you don't want him to get the ball. It's kicked low, and it's not going to go to Tornadon. It's the other up back, but he's got a lot of room to run to the 30, the 35, the 40, all the way up the middle of the field. But there's going to be a holding call, I believe, on Baker that's going to bring it back. Baker, the number one team in the nation as a team returning kickoffs, and that one returned about 35 yards, but it's going to come back.
As Dylan Perry returned that kick from Lawrence, Kansas, a 186-1 junior.
So a holding call is going to return the ball from the spot of the foul at the 35 back to the 25. So it's the same as if it was a touchback.
Everett Basham is the one that got called for that penalty for Baker.
So Baker will start out first down and 10 with the ball on their own 25-yard line. Peru State 1-3 on the season. Baker 4-0. They start out in the pistol formation with a single back. Quarterback drops the ball, and it's going to be a loss. The running back able to get on the ball. Actually, Mara was able to pick up the ball, the quarterback, and handed it to Tornadon, but it is a loss on first down back to the 22.
Second down and 13, Baker University.
Yeah, Shane Lloyd on that tackle.
Baker with a big left tackle here. He is Ryan Poe, 6'6", 298 out of El Paso. And he stands out in a huddle. Trips to the far side, one to the near side for Baker. As Nick Mara, the quarterback, stands in the pistol. Back to pass. Looking down the sideline, has his receiver and just overthrows him, but good coverage by Briar Burr. It was intended for Baker for Dylan Perry, who had that kickoff return. Daryl, you'll notice a number of players on their roster from Lawrence, Kansas. Baker is only about 20 miles probably from Lawrence, Kansas, right down the road.
Just a little bit to the south. It was kind of in the midst of the bleeding Kansas area, too. A lot of that history around Baldwin City.
Baldwin City, Kansas, the home of the Baker University Wildcats. Trips to the far side. Two receivers to the near side as the Wildcats empty the backfield on 3rd and 13. Mara throws it underneath on the slip screen, and I think it's going to be an illegal chop block. The pass itself only goes to the 26-yard line. So we'll see. It was thrown in the area of an illegal block in the line of scrimmage. It was after the play started. So we'll see what the call is. Personal foul. I believe it's a chop block.
So you think Peru State would decline it if it's against Baker?
It was a chop block, and Baker will punt as a result. So back deep for the Bobcats will be Logan Pabin, and joining him is James Schluka. Schluka is a freshman from Milligan, Nebraska, Exeter, Milligan. It's his first time, I believe, we've seen him, Daryl, as a punt returner. Now, Dale Thomas just announced that Cody Martin was into punt, but it's not. It's one of the other punters we saw warming up. And Logan Pabin makes the fair catch at the 37-yard line. Punting that for Baker was Anthony Kubas. So the Bobcats start on their own 37, 13:47 remaining. Baker goes 3 and out in their opening drive, and now the Bobcats will have the ball for the first time.
Yeah, there's a really nice crowd here today. I stepped out during the coaches' interview, and there's still a line of people to get into the Oak Bowl today.
Marshall Klontz hands the ball to Eric Morrison-Smith, the freshman from San Diego, getting his first start today. He gets about 3 on the play. Nope, they move it back to the 39. Wow, the referee took 3 steps after he picked up the ball, moved it back inside the 39, so gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down.
Coming in today's game, Eric Morrison-Smith has carried 48 times for 179 yards. Average per game of about 45 yards a game.
Bobcats in the veer formation as they head north to south. Ball is pitched to Trombley, trying to get outside, cuts it back up across the 40 out to about the 41-yard line. And Trombley gets the Bobcats to about 3rd and 6. Josh Vanau gets the tackle, the senior from Lawndale, Florida. And the Bobcats looking at third down and about 6 to go at the 41-yard line. Until the flags are limp on the far side.
Yeah, there's enough of we're in enough of a bowl here that, the flag on the north end on the goalposts are blowing around, but the American flag, Peru State, Nebraska flag are hanging down the poles on the east side of the field.
Malik Pittman splits to the near side. A.J. Floodman to the far side. 2 tight ends set for the Bobcats in the I formation. Klontz on play action, back to pass. He's going to run it. And Eric Morrison-Smith thought he was going to throw it, so he did not make a block. And the tackle made by Gunnar McKenna. So 3 and out.
Gunnar McKenna on the tackle.
The Bobcats go 3 and out. Both teams are 3 and out to begin with.
As Doc mentioned in the pregame show, Cody Sullivan has a 43.8-yard punting this season, 1,052 yards with this punt.
Good snap. Cody fields it, gets a low punt away. It's going to bounce at about the 32. Cameron Torneden gets it and spins, still on his feet, but he's going to be down about the 32-yard line.
About a 5-yard return, just a little below his season average.
There was a serious rush up the middle that time on Sullivan, and he didn't get a lot of time to punt that ball.
Yeah, it looks like he rushed it, and he didn't get a lot of hang time on it, but yet Peru State was able to get downfield.
So, looks like there's a penalty flag on the play. And they're now coming over to talk to the Peru State sideline. Whatever they're doing, the ball is actually going to be placed. Penalty on Baker. Offsides, I believe. I'm surprised they didn't punt that again, Daryl, because Baker starts at their own 32. Bobcats would have had 4th and 1 with the offsides, which also might explain the rush up the middle. 11:40 remaining, first quarter. Both teams have gone 3 and out on their first offensive possession, and now Baker is back on the field for their second shot. They've got a 6'1", 248-pound fullback, and now flags all over the place as the Bobcats jump into the neutral zone. False start on Baker. So Baker will back up 5 and try it again. That'll move it to the 27-yard line.
27, and Baker will have a 1st and 15.
Baker wearing gray pants, white jerseys with black numbers trimmed in orange, and black helmets. Bobcats in their Bobcat blue uniforms, blue pants, blue jerseys, blue helmets.
Yeah, we're less than 4 minutes into this game and already 3 flags against Baker.
In the pistol is Mara. Now turns and hands the ball to Torneden. He pops it outside, but only back to about the original line of scrimmage. Gain of about 5 on the play. Jordan Steffen shoves him out of bounds. It'll be second down and about, see where they spot it. They're going to mark it right back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 with the ball at the 32-yard line. He is quick, Daryl. He's the one that leads the nation in kickoff returns. And now they again empty the backfield with 5 receivers. 2 to the near side, trips to the far side as Mara stands by himself in shotgun formation. Bobcats showing blitz. And across the middle of the pass, and it's broken up. Nice play by Cody Sullivan, who timed it perfectly. It was intended for Jalen Addison, a freshman out of El Paso, and Cody Sullivan, great timing as he came in and broke that up.
Yeah, Nevada Harlan lined up on the line of scrimmage, and it appeared that Peru State was going for a blitz, but he held back just for a little bit and watched the play.
3rd down and 11, Bobcats hands.
3rd down and 10. Ball right at the 32-yard line. They need to get to the 42. Tornadon in the backfield behind Mara. 1 wide receiver to each side. 2 tight ends in the game for Baker. Interesting formation on 3rd and 11. And Tornadon gets the handoff, and he is going to be knocked down short of the first down at about the 37-yard line. Looked like Shane Lloyd was the one that knocked him down.
Yeah, Shane Lloyd, I think, tripped him up a little bit, and then Sullivan, I believe, actually is the final one that jumped on him at about the
into punt
36-yard line.
I believe this is Dwayne Sims who's into punt this time for the
Cody Martin on to punt it away.
And back deep for Logan Pabin and James Schluka. High snap, and he drops it. He's in trouble. He's going to try to kick it, and it's going to bounce. Gosh, he got a heck of a bounce on that. That was a very athletic play. It gets all the way down to the 38-yard line.
That's still a 25 or 30-yard punt, even like.
Wow, the Bobcats were setting up the return, so they didn't have a lot of rush, and
1st and 10 at their own 30.
Baker avoids a disaster as Dwayne Sims gets rid of that ball. 10:24 remaining. Baker's gone 3 and out twice now. The Bobcats have their second drive. They start at their own 38. Klontz pitches it late to Trombley, and he's taken down for about a 3-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd down and 13.
Number 21, R.J. Jones.
The Bobcats, unfortunately, this year have seen a lot of that, going backwards on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a very slow developing play, and there just didn't really seem to be any chance that there'd be any positive yards off that.
Baker, a very good defensive team, and the Bobcats struggling offensively this year. Split to the near side for the Bobcats is Wilkerson. Back to pass is Klontz. He's flushed out of the pocket, throws it underneath. That's going to be defensive holding on Baker. Trombley was trying to get loose to get to the ball. It's not going to be pass interference. I believe it's going to be defensive holding.
There's a flag on the play.
Talk a little bit about the Veer offense. I've had some questions about that. Is a quarterback under center with a fullback behind him, and then 2 what we would have called wingbacks in the I formation, lined up right behind the outside of the line. So they called pass interference. I thought it would be holding, but they called pass interference. It's a spot foul and a 1st down. So, no, that's a 1-yard penalty.
And it was, and basically Peru State has a 1st down right where they had the 1st down when they got the punt.
So they moved up from the 38 to the 39 on the penalty. So you don't see a lot of 1-yard penalties. Normally those are like inside the 5-yard line on half the distance to the goal, not out in midfield. The I formation of the Bobcats, Morrison Smith gets it. He gets about a yard on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The bottom of the pack, at the bottom of the pack, the pile for Baker is Josh Fanau. So 2nd down and 9. 9:19 remaining opening quarter. No score. The Bobcats and the Wildcats. Morrison Smith, your fullback. They're in the I formation. And Spearman was your I back. They get nothing. Morrison Smith gets nothing. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Kind of a surprise in the KCAC. Southwestern leads Tabor of Kansas 6-0. Tabor, Kansas is one of just 2 schools that had a victory in the PAC KCAC Classic.
Tabor ranked number 3 in the nation this week. Perhaps reading their press clippings. Split to the far side are Wilkerson and Merrill. Bobcats this time in the pistol. Back to pass is Klontz. He's got a little bit of time. Finds his receiver, and he hits him. That's Jacob Coughlin. Jake Coughlin with the first down for the Bobcats, down to the 48-yard line of Baker. So for the first time today, they are in Baker territory.
Number 29, Gunnar McKenna. But that's down to the
Gunnar McKenna gets the tackle, and the Bobcats have a first down. Ball at the 48-yard line. Back in the veer, split to the far side is Coughlin, split to the near side is Wilkerson. Ball pitched to Trombley. Trombley looking for running room, can't find any. Strung out by Baker, finally taken out of bounds right at the yard marker. Is Mike Stevenson, I believe. Yeah, that's now also in on the tackle, but Bobcats actually lose a yard on that. Back to the 49. It'll be second down and 11.
Yeah, that's Trombley's third carry, and he's yet to make positive yards, I believe, on any of his rushes.
Nate Trombley for the Bobcats. Let's see here. They have him 3 carries for -6 yards. Not a great average. Trombley goes into motion again. Eric Morrison-Smith has it faked to him. Klontz takes it back close to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be third down and 10. So the Bobcats so far in this game have run the ball 4 times. I think that's a little bit behind. I think 5 times for about 7 yards so far.
And only 1 first down in this game, and we're halfway through the first quarter.
Excuse me, I was looking at Baker's running stats. Peru State has run the ball 7 times for 1 yard in this game so far. Back to pass is Klontz. Flips it out to Spearman. Spearman to the 50s, to the 45, has a block, cuts it back inside. Going to be taken down at the 43. It's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Bobcats. And the Bobcats will punt it and try to pin Baker deep.
Of about 5 on the play, but
8 carries now, Daryl, for 1 yard for the Bobcats in this game.
Yeah, this will be a tough game to make plans. The flags across the side of the field blow like we have a north wind, and it'll blow like there's a good south wind, so it's whipping down through the Oak Bowl.
Cameron Torneden standing at his 10-yard line as Cody Sullivan waits at his own 43 for the snap, gets the snap, gets the punt away, kicks it away from Torneden, and it bounces at the 13, bounces all the way back up to the 18. So Cody Sullivan had it pinned inside the 15, and there was nobody there to down it. Finally, Jordan Steffen downs it as it bounces back to the 18-yard line. 6:15 to go in the opening quarter, no score. And so far, Baker's had the ball twice and have yet to get a first down. Part of it is due to shooting themselves in the foot. They've had some costly penalties early on.
Yeah, Baker's had 1.8 yards per offensive play on the average. They've had the flag thrown 4 times.
2 receivers stacked to the far side, 1 to the near side. Nick Mara in the pistol. Back to pass on first down. Looking underneath, and a great effort. It's incomplete. Great effort by Watkins to try to intercept that. It was well short of the receiver, Ladai Sean Bose.
Second down and 10, Wildcats.
Ladai Sean Booz, freshman out of San Diego, the intended receiver. Ben Watkins out of Burke.
Yeah, with injuries this afternoon, there's 6 starters on the 2 squads for Peru State that are freshmen starting today.
2 receivers to the near side. Single back is Torneden. And Mara talking to him, hands the ball to Torneden, and Drager chases him down from behind along with Shane Lloyd. It was a Lloyd Drager sandwich.
Shane Lloyd.
And it's going to be 3rd down and long. So the Bobcat blue shirt defense, who we knew had to play well to keep the Cats in this today, is playing great here in this first quarter.
Quite a change from a year ago. What was the name of the guy transferred from Southern Cal or something to Baker?
Dylan Baxter was the Southern Cal transfer, the running back who started 3 years for Baker.
And kind of caused some fits last year. Baker was really the only team that handled Peru last year. Otherwise, Peru was in every game.
Back to pass is Mara, and Incomplete. Logan Pavin with great coverage. And, Daryl, that was an interesting play because Torneden was running on a little – he came across in motion, and it was supposed to be a screen pass to him. The Bobcats had sniffed it out, so Mara just threw it at the feet of the other receiver, who was Sean Boos. And now the Bobcats should get great field position. Into punt again is Dwayne Sims. Schluka and Pavin back at their own 42-yard line. Last time a bad snap. This time he handles it. He gets the punt high. And Schluka's going to return his first punt. He gets it to 45, cuts outside to the 50, hit hard, but holds onto the ball right at midfield.
Schluka on the return, and he's out to midfield.
So on the tackle for Baker, nice hard open field tackle was Gunnar McKenna.
Milligan, isn't that like Exeter Milligan? Isn't that a consolidated school?
The Timberwolves. We talked about that last week. Exeter Milligan. Exeter was the Eagles, and Milligan was my favorite high school nickname, the Roosters.
Oh.
And the girls' team were the Lady Roosters.
Rather than call them the old hens, they just the Lady Roosters.
Yeah, I always thought that was a great nickname, the Lady Roosters from Milligan High School, but they are the Timberwolves at Exeter Milligan. Trombley goes into motion on play action, back to passes. Klotz, he's got a receiver wide open, and he couldn't find him. And now he's going to throw it out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Spearman had beat the defense, and Klotz didn't see him. Well, that was interesting. The referee turned on his microphone, and he's at home, so nobody was booing, but he turned on the microphone to explain that it was not illegal grounding because the quarterback was outside the pocket. We knew that.
Yeah, and the ball went beyond the line of scrimmage.
And the ball went behind it, so it wasn't anywhere close to. I was surprised he felt compelled to explain that. Great crowd today here at the Oak Bowl. As I look down, Bob Bowman from the Booster Club selling split-the-pot tickets this afternoon. Second down and 10, ball at the midfield stripe. Klontz keeps it, pulls it out from Morrison Smith, and he loses a yard. So if my math is correct, that's going to be 9 carries for 0 yards now for the Bobcats.
And I don't really think Morrison Smith would have made that many yards had he kept the ball. He was
at the 48-yard line of
the folks that went with him had him knocked down about a yard beyond the line of scrimmage.
So in comes the play. Bringing the play in for the Bobcats will be Jacob Merrill. 15 seconds on the play clock. Cats have not broken the huddle. Here they come. Split to the near side is Floodman. Pittman to the far side, and Merrill in the slot. At a wingback is Trombley. Back to pass is Klontz. He's going to get hit. He lets it go, and Floodman down the field has it inside the 15-yard line. A.J. Floodman with a great catch. Wow, what a pass from Marshall Klontz. Of course, Klontz, a pitcher on the baseball team, has a strong arm. He threw that about 40 yards in the air, perhaps longer, and A.J. Floodman ran into it at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 on a beautiful pitching catch.
So Peru State has the ball at the 13, 4:13 remaining in the opening quarter.
I thought that ball was going to be overthrown, but he went on downfield fast enough. Floodman got to it. Complete pass and first down.
Floodman spread to the far side. To the near side is Malik Pittman. They're in the I formation. Trombley dots the I behind Morrison Smith. Marshall Klontz turns, keeps the ball, now throws it to Trombley, who's to the 10. And, Daryl, we're to the point where a 3-yard gain looks like a big gain.
Well, it does, and I believe that's Trombley's his fourth carry, and he finally has some positive yards.
Yeah, he's not quite yet.
I mean, positive yards on a play.
On a carry.
He got rid of half of his negative yards on one play.
He had 3 carries for -6 yards going into that play. 3:30 to go and counting. Second down 7. Ball at the Baker 10-yard line. Split to the near side is Malik Pittman. They're in the veer formation. Under center is Klontz. Calls his count. Spearman in motion. And Morrison Smith is going to be taken down at the 10. Third down and goal. Or not goal, excuse me. Third down and 7 with the ball.
Might even call it the 11-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to take a yard away. He's back to the 11. So, third down and 8.
Third down and 8 from the 11-yard line.
But one big play, we talked about big plays being a key, and the question was if the Bobcats could stop them. That was one of the longer pass plays of the year for Peru State. Floodman, let's see what they called that.
38 yards.
38-yard catch. Third down and 8 for the Bobcats at the Baker 11-yard line. Back to passes Klontz as he rolls to the far sideline, and Marcus Spearman is the intended receiver. It falls incomplete, and Greg Connery will come in.
And that was a tough pass to complete. Marshall Klontz running to his left when he threw that ball.
We mentioned in the pregame, Baker is 4-0. They've only trailed 15 minutes of the entire season, and they would be behind here for only the second time this year. The 15 minutes they trailed, Daryl, was the first quarter of the year. They have not trailed since the end of the first quarter when they scored on the first play of the second quarter in their opening game. Greg Connery in to attempt the field goal. It will be about a 27-yarder. The kick is up. It is good. 2:24 remaining in the opening quarter. Peru State leads it 3-0. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
High school seniors, October is Nebraska State College System Month. Visit Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College during October and be eligible for an $800 book scholarship or a new iPad. Discover the many opportunities our colleges offer. Go to www.nscs.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit at Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College. That's nscs.edu/VISIT. The Nebraska State College System. 3 colleges, thousands of opportunities.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer. Peru State. A big play on that drive, the 38-yard pass from Marshall Klontz, the fifth-year senior who had been moved to receiver this year himself to get him on the field. Very talented athlete. Gets the big hookup with the freshman A.J. Floodman from Norris. The Cats, 50 yards in 6 plays. They end up with a 28-yard field goal. And Connery will come in to kick the ball off here now. Kick is low. They're trying to keep it away from Tornedon and picked up at the 10-yard line. Back to the 30, down to about the 33. Somebody blew a shoe here on the near side. That was Dylan Perry on the return, and in on the tackle for the Bobcats was Nick Lechtenberg.
34,
Christian Rees also in on the tackle. Christian Rees been an outstanding special teams player this year. Really anxious to watch him develop as a linebacker, the freshman out of Millard South. So Baker will start on their own 33, down 3-0. In the pistol as Mara turns, hands the ball to Tornedon. He's got room outside, and nice open field tackle for only a 2-yard gain. Cody Sullivan came up from the safety spot, read that perfectly. What a great tackle. We go under 2 minutes here in the first quarter with the Bobcats up 3-0.
36-yard line.
They gave him forward progress to the 36, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. 2 receivers to the near side. Pistol formation for Nick Mara, the quarterback for Baker. Sophomore turns, hands the ball to Tornedon. He cuts it back, and he's going to be out to about the 40 or 41. Nevada Harlan there on the tackle. He gets to the 41. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for Baker. They have yet to convert a first down in this game.
Ball out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, we're down 1:25 to go in the first quarter. And Peru State with 3 first downs, Baker 0.
Peru State, though, 11 carries for 2 yards so far in the game. We knew Baker had a tough rushing defense, and they've shown it in this first quarter. 2 receivers to the far side. Bobcats crowding the line of scrimmage. Tornedon gets the handoff, and he falls forward. Oh, my.
I think they're going to give him the first down by about a foot.
They had him stopped in the backfield, and Cody Sullivan tripped him up there, but he kept his footing enough, and Baker finally has their first down of the game at 1 minute to go in the first quarter. First and 10, ball on their own 44-yard line for the Wildcats. 2 receivers split to each side. Their last minute going into this stiff breeze here in the opening quarter. Bobcats showing blitz. Here comes Shane Lloyd. And the quarterback is going to be sacked, not by Lloyd, but by, I believe, Jason Park. But Lloyd definitely flushed him out of the pocket. Shane Lloyd flushes him out of the pocket, and Mara goes down back at the 38-yard line and loss of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 16.
Also there, number 54.
Nick Mara, sophomore out of Gilroy, California, the signal caller for the Wildcats. I don't know if Baker will run another play. There's 9 seconds left in the opening quarter. Taking their time getting to the line. They are at the line of scrimmage. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Peru State 3, Baker nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Crazy low bonus buys now through Saturday. Stock up on Pepsi 12-pack cans or 6-pack bottles, 4 for $11. Limit 4. Studio A bath towels in lots of colors, only $2.88. Gear up for game day. Get 40% off all NFL and NCAA apparel. It's the lowest prices of the season. Get a quad folding armchair available in 4 colors, just $6.88. Don't miss the bonus buys now through Saturday at Shopko. It's the lowest prices of the season sale. Skull Candy headphones or earbuds are only $6.88. Rest easy with an Eversoft bed pillow, just $2.88. It's Shopko's lowest prices of the season sale with bonus buys through Saturday. Visit Shopko, Shopko Hometown, or shopko.com today.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
Welcome back again. If you're listening on the internet today, email us at bobcatfans@b103.fm. And our Twitter is hashtag B103 Bobcats. We would love to get you on the air today. As Peru State leads 3-0 as we start the second quarter. 5 wide receivers. Baker turns around and goes north to south. They'll have the win for the second quarter. Mara throws it underneath, has his receiver going to be short of the first down. Cody Sullivan with the tackle, but it's out across midfield down to the 49. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Right in the chin of the blue Bobcat at midfield from the 45 to the 45. 3rd down and 3 at the 49.
Yeah, they called that field goal by Greg Connery 28 yards. I believe that's what you had down on it, Doc.
I believe so. So split to the far side for Baker are 2. 1 to the near side. Pistol formation. Actually trips to the far side as they have one in the slot. Back to pass is Mara. It's popped up in the air and falls incomplete. It would have been a first down for, I don't know if that's Dwayne Sims. See who that is? No, that would have been Ross Bishop, the senior out of Franklin, Texas. Hit him in a bad place, right between the hands.
Yeah, Briar Burr and Jordan Stephan were both in the area but couldn't quite get to the ball. But it looked for a second like possibly a Peru State interception.
So Baker will play field position. Sims into punt. And back deep are Schluka and Paben. Schluka with a nice return last time. It's a high punt. Logan Paben makes the fair catch right at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
So it looked like to me that Jake Heller on the kickoff team had actually touched him on the head, didn't he? When he came down, didn't he grab his helmet as he went by, but no flag?
There was no flag. I thought they might call fair catch interference. He was being blocked and reached over the top and kind of smacked him in the head on his way by. Bobcats line up in the I formation, 1st down and 10 on their own 14:05 remaining. Baker jumps. They run the play. Klontz is sacked all the way back at the 2-yard line, but it's going to be offsides on Baker. Spearman had gone into motion, and one of the Baker defenders jumped into the neutral zone. Ball was snapped. So Klontz pays for that 5-yard penalty as he was sacked all the way back to the 2-yard line. Offsides for Baker was on Josh Koch, the freshman out of Concordia, Missouri.
Yeah, that's penalty number 6, I believe, for Baker today already.
And a little over a quarter. Baker was one of the least penalized teams in the country, so that's a lot of penalties early on the Wildcats.
Yeah, fortunately for them, that's only the 4th one in the books because 2 of them were declined by the Bobcats because of the situation.
Bobcats break the huddle with 12 seconds left on the play clock. Pittman, I believe that is. No, it's Wilkerson, split to the far side. 2 tight end set for the Cats. Spearman goes into motion. Morrison Smith has the handoff, and he is tripped And here comes the penalty flag. The player had been beaten by Spearman was, I believe, Sion Momau. And he just leg whipped Spearman on his way by, Daryl. See what the call is. It was definitely a trip on Baker's linebacker as Spearman had beaten him. They say there's no foul on the play, so I'm a little rusty on my rules. I know you can't trip somebody that's going or leg whip them when they're rushing, but apparently you can when it's the ball carrier. So a gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 3 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the back judge threw the flag, but then they apparently then they waved the flag off.
So 2nd down, they're going to call it 2. Ball at the 22. Klontz back to pass, and he has his receiver. I believe it's incomplete. Nice sliding catch, but it was a trap by John Frink. So 3rd down and 2 for the Bobcats.
So is Hooper, you know what their mascot
Logan
is?
View.
Oh, that's right. They've consolidated, yeah.
Yep, they're from Logan View. That's not a good sign. Off comes one of the Matt Miners. That's their starting center comes off for the Bobcats. Limping. I'll have to find out who replaced him. Morrison Smith has the 1st down and more out to the 30-yard line. Trying to get a number on the new center. They show it as Quante Bright, but I don't believe that's who it is. Let's see. Got the 2 deep there, Daryl, from before the game. Who they show backup center? They show as Dean Wood, the senior out of Gretna, I believe that is, number 63. So the Bobcats have 1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. Back to pass is Klontz. Rolls to the far side, being chased now, shoots it downfield to the tight end, and it's going to fall incomplete. Intended for Andrew Robinson, 6'4" freshman out of Imperial Beach, California.
Yeah, for a tight end, he got downfield really quickly. We have the stats in for the first quarter. Peru State has a 3-1 edge in first downs. Peru State 3-5 in passing. Only 1 out of 5 in passing for Baker. 13 plays for 14 total yards. For Baker, 16 plays, 58 yards, Peru State.
12:41 remaining, 2nd quarter, 3-0 Bobcats as Peru State leads it here early in the 2nd. Trombley gets the handoff. He's to the 35, the 40, got a 1st down, 45-50, down to the 48-yard line. And there he was able to erase the deficit.
That's right.
Nate Trombley going into this quarter had, I think, 4 carries for a -3 yards. And it was a big gain there for Nate Trombley.
1st and 10 Cats at the Baker 48.
So Peru State started this drive on their own 14-yard line, and going into the win, this was an important drive to get a couple of 1st downs, as they have.
Yeah, Shane Lloyd has led all tackles for Peru State for 5 of them. 3 tackles for losses, including a sack.
Klontz on play action on 1st down, back to pass, looks to the near side, and has the receiver on a great diving catch, but they say he was out of bounds. That was Merrill, Jacob Merrill, the freshman from Elkhorn, and what a great catch, Daryl, but he was sliding out of bounds. They said he did not control it as he went to the ground.
2nd down and 10.
Yeah, this is just unlike, you figure Peru State now with a 3rd-string quarterback. We watched them rush the ball and very ineffective on passing earlier in the season, but Peru State actually better passing yards than Baker today.
2nd down and 10 as they come up to the line. The ball at the Baker 48-yard line. Klontz has it, keeps it now himself around the side. He's inside the 45 down to about the 44, where he is taken down by Baker's linebacker, Karan Brown. Karan again, another one of those Lawrence, Kansas players. 9th play of the drive coming up. 11:38 remaining. Peru State up 3-0 over Baker.
Yeah, Nate Trombley was given 22 yards officially for that rush. That now gives him 19 yards on the positive side for rushing today on 5 carries.
So the Bobcats are at the 43. They need to get to the 38 of Baker. 3rd down and 5. Klontz is in the pistol. Standing next to him is Morrison Smith. And Trombley gets the pass underneath, but the block was missed by Wilkerson. And he's tackled immediately by Avery Parker. Excuse me, that was Tucker Pauley. And the Bobcats are going to have to punt this away, but a couple of huge first downs to get them out of trouble, and Sullivan will punt into the wind.
Yeah, now the flags are blowing north to south again across and standing out straight, so the wind could have an effect on this punt.
Here comes the punt from Cody Sullivan. It's a high one, and Tornington's going to have a chance to field it. He doesn't. He lets it bounce, and it bounces out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
The ball hit the ground on the 8. It looked like it possibly could go in the end zone, but it took a 90-degree right turn and went out of bounds.
Looked like one of my wedges. It just landed and bounced straight right. Peru State up 3-0 as Baker starts this drive inside their own 10-yard line. Again, Baker, the number 2 team in the nation, and the Bobcats going toe-to-toe with them right here.
1st and 10, Baker.
Mara's going to stand inside his 5 to receive this snap as he's in the pistol. Tornington behind him gets the handoff. He squirts through there for nothing. Cody Sullivan gets him maybe at the 10. They're going to give him a yard.
By number 25, Cody Sullivan.
So I guess it's pronounced with Dale Thomas, our PA announcer here, check pronunciations, pronouncing it Tornadon. And I can see that, just like the tornado. He is fast and causes damage.
Yeah, I saw Dick Stripmatter, former Peru State coach, before the game today. He had a winning season here. Winning years here at Peru, including an 8-2 season in 2000.
Started the football program at Briarcliff, also coached at Auburn High School. Here's a timeout. Baker's going to take it. We'll take it with him. We're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
How many times are your kids asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? No matter what the answer, a college education will likely play a big part. Statistics show that children who grow up with savings accounts are 6 times more likely to attend college. At Arbor Bank, we offer starter savings accounts for kids under the age of 20. Savings accounts are a great way to get them headed down the right path. It's never too early to start saving for the future at Arbor Bank. Arbor Bank, helping you grow. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Oh no, my little brother Leland just spilled a blue slushie on the carpet. But never fear, as a flooring seal with Smart Strand Carpet. Just use hot water to pat out the stain and voila, it's out.
Esser Flooring is the only store in both Auburn and Nebraska City to carry the Smart Strand Carpet. Come check us out at either location, in Auburn, across the street from Hickory Road Barbecue at 921 Central Ave, or call 402-414-5020. Or downtown Nebraska City at 801 Central Avenue, or call 402-713-8001.
Now back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back, and Peru State on 1st down. The quarterback, Nick Mara, drops the ball. He picks it up late. He throws it to the outside, and Briar Burr gets the interception. Peru State will have it 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line. And, Daryl, that play was broken up from the beginning by a bad snap. Nick Mara couldn't handle the snap, and then he made a pass he should not have made. Briar Burr was ready, and he gets it at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, he intercepted that on the run, but anyway, fell to the ground. But Peru State will have the ball inside the 10 on the 1st down. It'll be 10 tough yards against this Baker defense.
1st down and goal for the Cats. Underneath is Klontz. Morrison Smith has it. He has no gain, and he was just lucky to hold on to the ball because they run that belly fake on the veer, and he pulled the ball out. Klontz did out of the belly of Eric Morrison Smith, but Morrison Smith wouldn't let go. He bobbled it a little bit, caught it, and he's actually tackled back at the 10. So it'll be 2nd down and goal with the ball at the 10-yard line. 9:22 remaining 2nd quarter. Peru State up 3-0, but at the 10-yard line, the Baker was 2nd and goal. Pittman split to the near side. Klontz back to pass, looking for him, throws it across the middle. Pittman has it. He's to the 2. He's to the 1.
No, there's a fumble in the end zone.
There's a fumble into the end zone now, but I believe they're going to call it dead at about the 6-inch line. There'll be no TV review here, but they're going to come talk about it.
But then we had a little...
Pittman caught the ball, and Baker is signaling. Of course, coming up with the ball is Bo Godwin. And now there's still no call on the field. Pittman was fighting for extra yardage. And they're going to...
Runner was down at the half-yard line.
The runner was down at the half-yard line. 3rd down and goal for the Bobcats. The ball inside the 1. The nose of the ball almost touching the goal line. 9:05.
Andrew Robinson on the reception.
I believe it was Pittman. I think it was Malik Pittman with the catch. 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 1-yard line. They're in the veer. Marshall Klontz under center. Gets the snap. Takes it himself. And he is going to be... They're still waiting for the call. They're unstacking it. They're inside the 1. Touchdown! Bobcats! Oh, my goodness, that was a long time to get that call. Marshall Klontz took it over the center. Eric Morrison-Smith came and helped push him from behind, and we waited for a zebra convention to find out the result of the play. They take it in. Peru State leads it 9-0, and in to attempt the extra point is Greg Conry. The snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up by Conry, and it is good. 8:54 remaining in the second quarter. Peru State leads it 10-0. We'll be back with more after this timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Nebraska City Utilities wants you to be informed about ways to save energy. Did you know that top freezer refrigerators are more efficient than side-by-sides? And although convenient, water dispensers and ice makers use more energy, bigger doesn't always mean better. Choose a refrigerator that is the right size for your household. And even though you are still getting by with that fridge you bought 15 years ago, chances are it's using a lot more energy than a newer Energy Star rated one. Might be time to upgrade. Nebraska City Utilities, keeping you informed. Visit nebraskacityutilities.com for more tips.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State leading at 10-0. 8:54 remaining in the second quarter. And the Bobcats take advantage of an interception by Briar Burr at the 9-yard line. Almost turned the ball back over as Malik Pittman made a nice catch going across the middle, but fumbled it, but not until after he was down, although Bo Godwin, when the fight was over, came up with the ball. So, nevertheless, Marshall Klontz on the quarterback sneak completes a 3-play drive. And Baker, who has only trailed for 15 minutes of the entire season, is now down 2 scores to the Peru State Bobcats.
And that's the 5th interception by the Bobcats this year. Shane Lloyd, Logan Pavin, Cody Sullivan, and Tyler Audsley have had interceptions.
The ball blows off the tee as Conry was approaching it. Tornadin and Perry back deep. And it's interesting, Daryl, if you watch the receivers for the kickoff, they hide Tornadin behind Perry. So you don't know which side he's going to break to, and he breaks to a different side each time to try to disguise and make it impossible for the Bobcats to kick away from him. They don't separate until about when Conry's going to kick the ball.
You know, you mentioned in the pregame that Baker is a first-half team, but they haven't shown it yet. Their offense hasn't been here today.
Conry's kick is low again. They're trying to keep it away from Tornadin, and he gets it at the 12 to the 20, the 25 to 30, out to about the 37-yard line. And so Christian Ruiz gets the special tackle again, special teams tackle. So at 8:49, Baker goes back to work, down 10-0.
That was about a 28-yard return, so that's going to hurt his average for kickoff returns.
He averaged, coming into this game, 57 yards a return. And Daryl, Baker has been playing it pretty conservatively up to this point. I think we're going to see a little more firepower out of the Wildcats as we go forward. Looks like a quarterback change for the Wildcats. Looks like Jake Heller, the senior from Lenexa, is in at quarterback now. He's back to pass, flips it out to the near side, and the runner goes down. He is chased down there by Darian Richardson, and that's a loss of 9 yards. The receiver there was, I believe, DeAndre Turner-Foltz. But Darian Richardson had that sniffed out, and he knocks him off his feet inside the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 19 for the Wildcats. So Heller has one completion for a -9 yards now. He turns, he's in trouble, and gets away. Still on his feet out to about the 35-yard line. That could have been disaster for Baker. They had sniffed out the screen the Bobcats had, but nobody could bring him down. He gets out to the 35, gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. The Bobcat blue shirt defense playing lights out this afternoon.
The ball at the 35-yard line.
7:45 left in the second quarter. Peru State up 10-0. And Baker looking at 3rd down and 13 from their own 35-yard line. Good crowd in the Oak Bowl today. And they're on their feet for the blue shirt defense on this play. Empty backfield for Heller. Heller gets the snap, back to pass. A lot of time, and Cody Sullivan almost has the pick. He drops the ball. That was intended for Jalen Addison. And all of a sudden, it is 3 and out again for Baker. And Daryl, Baker has had 4 3 and outs on their 6 possessions.
And I believe they've only had about 22 yards in total offense
They
today.
still only have 1 first down in the game. Baker does. The punt is a high one, and calling the fair catch is Pabin, and he is bumped after he catches it.
That's two punts in a row where they have actually touched the Peru receiver. The punt.
That was Byron Roth, and if you're not going to call that, he didn't hit him, but he did. He was trying to stop, but he bumped him after the catch. And Pabin needs some acting lessons. That's when you go down.
All right, right.
7:12 remaining in the second quarter. Bobcats start this drive on their own 29. 1st down and 10. They're in the I formation. Klontz pitches it back to Trombley, and here comes the halfback pass. It was into triple coverage intended for Wilkerson.
Pass intended for Wilkerson goes incomplete.
But it's not bad because that keeps the pursuit, hopefully, of the Baker defense, keeps them a little bit honest. Trombley did not have a whole lot of time to set up and throw that ball, to be honest with you.
No, he didn't. Baker was pursuing him, and he just didn't have time to set to throw the ball, but into triple coverage, it might have been hard to complete anyway.
A little bit of a flat pass. 2nd down. Klontz keeps it to the near side now, pitches late to Trombley. Trombley to the 30, the 35, up to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, and he was spotted at the 36. 3rd down and 3.
By number 47, Tucker Pauley.
Tucker Pauley on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Number 29, Gunnar.
Nice run by Trombley and a nice read by Marshall Klontz. So 3rd down and 3 for Peru State. Looks like Andrew Robinson, Daryl was the freshman that had the catch, not Malik Pittman on the goal line last time. He's got 1 catch for 9 yards. 3rd down and 3. Klontz turns, hands the ball to Spearman. He's got the first down. He's to the 45, the 50, the 45, down to the 45 of Baker, where he is tripped up by R.J. Jones or Mike Stevenson. They got 2 number 21s. I think that's Mike Stevenson, the senior.
That's the first rush today for Marcus Spearman. He had a catch for 6 yards earlier in the game today.
6:12 remaining in the opening half. Peru State up 10-0, and now at the Baker 44-yard line. Coughlin in at one of the receiver positions. He's split to the near side. Wilkerson is split to the far side. Cats are in the I formation on 1st down. Spearman dots the I. He gets the handoff here. He's in trouble, dances outside, but nothing there. He loses a yard. That is Karan Brown who gets the tackle.
Also number 50, Karan Brown there.
So Baker's numbers of tackles for loss will go up this afternoon. They have tackled the Bobcats a bunch behind the line of scrimmage, but Peru State has broken enough of the longer runs and the bigger plays to lead this one 10-0 at the 5:25 mark here in the second quarter.
Missouri Valley is 31-0 over Avila in the hack this afternoon.
Back to pass is Klontz looking for his receiver. That was Merrill to the far side. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Bobcats.
He had to look right into the sun to try to catch that ball, and I wonder if the sun might have affected Merrill. Just a freshman, though, another young player on this Peru State Bobcat team.
3rd down, 11 for the Cats.
And Benedictine leads Evangel in the third, 13-6.
You know, Evangel, I think, a little better than some people thought they were this year. Certainly looked good against the Bobcats last week. 3rd down and 11. They need to get to the 34-yard line of Baker. High snap. Klontz is in trouble. Pitches it late, and the ball is on the ground. Baker says they have it, but it's actually an incomplete pass.
Daryl was forward. It's an incomplete pass.
So no fumble on the play. Incomplete pass as it was a forward lateral behind the line of scrimmage, and the Bobcats will punt here.
And in the third quarter, Southwestern still leading Tabor in the KCAC.
The Tabor Blue Jays, number 3 team in the country behind these number 2 Baker Wildcats, and both the 2 and 3 teams are in trouble today. Sullivan stands at his own 40. It's a high snap, but he fields it. Setting up the return is Baker, and it's a high punt. It's going to bounce at the 5-yard line, and Shane Lloyd is going to down it at the 1-yard line. Shane Lloyd made a great play. Tornadon could not down the ball, or could not field the ball, and it is inside the 1.
It's a great special team play.
We talked about key special teams plays, Daryl, and that was one right there. As Shane Lloyd got down, gathered it in, caught it over his shoulder,
right,
and down it inside the 1-yard line. What a great play by the senior from Ridgecrest, California.
Yeah, Baker now with only 25 yards in total offense today starts on their own 1-yard line.
So Baker, everybody's in the end zone for Baker right now. Quarterback turns, hands it to the running back, and he barely gets out of the end zone. Pounding the ground for the Bobcats is Elijah Hawkins, who made contact.
Number 45, Elijah Hawkins.
And the running back
also down there at the bottom of the pile, Daryl Richardson.
Barely got out of the end zone.
You know, Elijah Hawkins, another freshman playing this afternoon for the Bobcats.
They actually gave him forward progress to the 2, fell forward to the 2. Tornadon is the running back now. He comes in the game. Heller is the quarterback. He's the backup. Came in to spell Nick Mara. He turns, he hands the ball to Tornadon, and he's got some running room, but only out to about the 4. So if the Bobcats can hold here, they have shot at some pretty good field position. 3rd down, the ball, they're going to spot it at the 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 to go. Wholesale changes on offense for Baker. They brought 5 different players in.
3rd down and 6.
Daryl Richardson trying to get the crowd pumped up here. Trips to the near side. 2 receivers the far side. Empty backfield with the quarterback standing in the end zone. Now he moves out to the 1-yard line. He's back to pass, looks for a quick pass. And almost intercepted by Shane Lloyd, but it's going to be a 1st down for Baker out to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Shane Lloyd, it looked like he was going to have that interception inside the 10-yard line, but Baker got out of the hole.
Baker's got a player down, but he gets up now. That is Ladai Shanboos. Elijah Hawkins gets the tackle, but not before Jalen Addison gets the 1st down. 1st down and 10 for Baker. 3:22 to go in the second quarter. Peru State leading at 10-0. Cameron Tornadon is the single back behind Jake Heller. Heller turns, hands it to Tornadon. He pops outside. He's got some running room all the way out to the 25-yard line, and another 1st down for Baker. So good seal blocks on the left side. Cody Sullivan comes up, makes the tackle, but not until a big gain by Baker as we go into the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter.
So only one first down in the first quarter, but Baker now a total of 2 first downs on this drive.
That 3rd down and 6 was a killer from the 5-yard line. Bobcats needed a stop there. Heller, who came in to pinch hit at the quarterback spot, hits a couple big ones. Now he's back to pass and taken down. Fumbles the ball. Shane Lloyd gets the sack. It's recovered by Tornadon. What a play by Shane Lloyd. He has just been a monster here this afternoon.
Number 99, Shane Lloyd for the Bobcats.
So you wonder whether those will go in the stats as a sack or a recovered fumble.
Or both. Shane Lloyd, you saw that. Heller stumbled as he went to set up. He never even got a chance to look downfield as Shane Lloyd made the hit from behind. Going to 2 minutes, 2nd down, 17 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. 5 receivers in the game for Baker as they spread it out. Heller back to pass. He's got some time, looks across the middle, has his receiver, and Sullivan takes him down, but right at the first down marker, it'll be another first down for Baker. So an 18-yard connection on 2nd down and 17.
That was Shane Lloyd's 4th tackle for a loss this afternoon.
At their own 35.
So Shane Lloyd, who ranked nationally in the country in tackles for loss, that won't hurt any. Minute 33 to go. Baker now on their own 35-yard line. Lloyd showing blitz. Tornadon gets the ball, pops it outside, and taken down by Briar Burr for a 2-yard loss. And Tornadon realized he threw the ball up in the air, realized that can be a delay of game call, and went and grabbed it real quick, caught his own pass in the air, and handed it to the official. Baker right back to the line of scrimmage with 2nd down and 10, ball at the 35. Heller has time, back to pass, and it's only about a 1-yard gain underneath the Tornadon. Very nice tackle by Elijah Hawkins on the play. Baker is not going to take a timeout. 3rd down and 9, ball at the 36-yard line. 50 seconds and counting. In the pistol is Heller, back to pass. He's got a receiver over the middle, and he can't control it. So 39 seconds left. The Wildcats start at their own 1. They get out of trouble. They run 9 plays, but the Bobcats will get the ball back. There's a penalty flag on the play, and I think it's going to be against Peru. Baker's motioning against Peru. That could be a big penalty with 39 seconds left. If it's roughing the passer, it's back in the backfield. They did not give a number, but it is a first down and a huge first down to midfield for Baker. Roughing the passer by the Bobcats said hitting the passer's legs was the penalty. So first down and 10 for Baker. They're at the Peru State 49. Back to pass is Heller. Looking on the screen pass, and it is thrown too high for Tornadon to be able to be able to get it. 34 seconds now remaining. Baker does have 2 timeouts left. Question, can they get this down the field in 34 seconds? The old warhorse, Chuck Mazurski, down there helping call the defenses. And the Lum himself here on homecoming day. Heller in the pistol, back to pass. Looking downfield, has his receiver. It's caught at the 30, down to the 25, and there's one of those big plays, 20-plus yard plays. As it's caught. Immenschlu, I believe. 11th play of the drive coming up. 25 seconds, clock running. And now, timeout's going to be taken. Let's see who's going to take it. Peru State takes the timeout. We'll take a 30-second with them. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Rivalry between farmers husking corn in the field has been an official tradition since 1924. This year, Nebraska City Tourism and Commerce is bringing that tradition to the Nebraska City area on October 11th. The Nebraska State Hand Corn Husking Contest will take place on John James's land, immediately north of Union Orchard. Anyone can compete. Call the NCTC office to sign up. 402-873-6654. October 11th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nebraska State Corn Husking Contest. Bring a lawn chair and be amazed. For more information, visit GoNebraskaCity.com.
Your home for today's best country and Peru State athletics. KBIE Auburn, Nebraska City. B103 and B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. 22 seconds left in the first half. Peru State leading Baker 10-0. Baker started this drive at the 4:55 mark inside their 1-yard line. And they're now at the Peru State 25 with first down and 10 with 22 seconds remaining. Emmonshu, the receiver on that. The first big play, 20-plus yard play of the day for Baker. Heller has the ball. He's back to pass and, almost intercepted. Broken up by Nevada Harlan. 17 seconds remaining. Second down and 10 with the ball at the 25.
That ball was thrown a little bit behind the receiver. But in the Big 10 this afternoon, Purdue over Illinois, 38-27. Ohio State over Maryland, 52-24. And in the Big 12, number 21, Oklahoma State over Iowa State, 37-20.
Heller has it back to pass, and it's batted down. That one is batted down by Jason Park, the big freshman out of Ridgecrest, California. And thank heavens for Ridgecrest, California. We've got a big tight end, Andrew Robinson from there. We've got Jason Park from there, and, of course, Shane Lloyd, the senior from Ridgecrest. 14 seconds now remaining in the second quarter. And split to the far side, two receivers, one to the near side. Heller in the pistol with Tornaden standing next to him. He's back to pass. Bobcat showing blitz. Here's the pass underneath, and it's going to skip to him. It's fourth down and 10. It's going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt for Baker.
Fourth down and 10 at the 24.
Well, this is going on for Peru State. The Peru State volleyball team defeated Waldorf 3-0 in a sweep this afternoon. They'll play Bellevue at 5 o'clock. Bellevue is hosting the tournament.
And to attempt the field goal is Logan Britell, a freshman from Overland Park, Kansas. It's going to be a 43-yard attempt on the right hash mark. He's a right-footed kicker. So now Peru State takes the timeout to ice the freshman. 9 seconds left. Let's take a 30-second with them. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Sausage, waffles, and a little pigskin. It's what's for breakfast. Saturday mornings at Valentino's. Join us for the Coaches Show every Saturday, 8:30 until 9 a.m. Recap Friday night's games. Get the coaches' insights and predictions, and enjoy all your favorites on the buffet. Biscuits and gravy, bacon and eggs, and hash browns. Stomach growling yet? There's still time. Serving from 8 until 11 a.m. Saturdays and 8 until 2 on Sundays. Valentino's in Nebraska City, Bedhead.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. 9 seconds left. Peru State up 10-0 here in the second quarter. Logan Petrell will be in to attempt a 43-yard field goal, assuming the Bobcats let him attempt it. They took a timeout. They have one left right before the snap. So it looks like now Baker took the timeout this time. That's interesting. The Bobcats took a timeout, and they have one left.
Dr. Fortney, you got another chance.
So Peru State with a great effort so far this afternoon, Daryl, up 10-0 late in the second quarter. As we mentioned in the pregame, Baker has outscored their opponents by almost 100 points in the first half this season. They have only trailed 15 minutes the entire season coming into today, but the Bobcats scored in the first quarter at the 2:24 mark, and they'll go into halftime ahead. I mean, even if Baker would pull a faker and score a touchdown, the Cats will have the lead at the half. So this will be the longest period this year that Baker has trailed in a football game.
Yeah, and this has to be just a great game for the Peru State team. 6 starters off today, and yet they're leading Baker, number 2 team in the country, with 9 seconds to go in the first half.
Baker, 5 first downs in the game, 4 of them on this drive. Daryl takes his 3 back and 2 over. Cats are going to let him kick this one. Here comes the snap. The kick is up, and it is low. And I don't believe that's good.
Yeah,
it is good. Oh, I thought that came to the outside of the uprights. So he hits a 43-yard field goal with 4 seconds left. And Daryl, I could have sworn that was outside the upright, but apparently my view is not that good.
That timeout was a really good one for Baker because the flags were blowing to the north when they called the timeout. By the time they went to kick it, it had shifted, and the flags are blowing toward the south. So very helpful wind-wise for them.
So 4 seconds left. Baker took the ball from the 4:55 mark down to 4 seconds left. They took 4 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. They ran it 14 plays, and the key play in that drive was a roughing the passer call on Peru State that extended the drive. Peru State would have gotten the ball back with about 39 seconds left, but that moved the ball down to the Bobcat 49-yard line, and then a 20-yard pass right after that, 24-yard pass, got it to the 25. So Peru State is going to go into the locker room barring some incredible play here with a 10-3 lead, but could have had the shutout at halftime had it not been for that roughing the passer call.
Freshman kicker out of Overland Park who just came through on a big 43-yard field goal attempt. Will tee it up at the 35.
So Logan Petrell tees it up at the 35. Back are Pabin and Malik Pittman to return the kickoff. Ball blows off the tee. The flags intermittently are blowing, but if you look at the referee shirts down there, they are really whipping in that wind down on ground level. So now, Petrell steps way back. Everybody is in their position for the kickoff. Here comes the kick. It's a high pooch, and it's going to bounce at the 25-yard line, and nobody went for it at first. The 2 up men, Spearman and trying to see who else was there, watched it land, and now there's a Bobcat down on the ground who slid in and caught it. Now, that might be Malik Pittman. It's not Logan Pabin.
I believe it's number 80, Malik Pittman, who got on that.
So Pittman
kind of short kick.
Got on it and then got hit. And he is going to stay on the ground. So 4 seconds left in the half. Peru State will have 1 play left, and I'm guessing they'll just be happy. They get the ball to start the second half. I'm guessing they will just take that, snap it, and head to the halftime up 10-3.
Pittman up on his own power, walking off the field.
Malik Pittman, the freshman from Omaha Westside, gets a nice round of applause from the crowd. The trainers head to the sideline. And the Bobcats go into the victory formation with 4 seconds left in the half. Klontz takes a knee, and your halftime score, Peru State leads the number 2 ranked Baker Wildcats 10-3 at the half. We'll be back with more after this timeout. You are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Sausage, waffles, and a little pigskin. It's what's for breakfast Saturday mornings at Valentino's. Join us for the Coaches Show every Saturday, 8:30 until 9 a.m. Recap